I think it's pretty clear that as someone who's never taken a penny from Walt Disney World, that we should rein in special perks that corporations receive. In fact, I filed two separate amendments onto this bill, one to close corporate tax loopholes, another to end all corporate giving in the state, and both were ruled out of order. But what I find to be inappropriate, and to echo the quote that you're reading to me, government should not be weaponized to cancel one company because they expressed freedom of speech that you did not like. That is not appropriate use of government. And to be clear, this entire cancellation of Reedy Creek is a distraction from Florida Republicans erasing 2 congressional seats for minority access. And so it's disappointing to me that not only did we waive the rules to skip debate yesterday, but continue to find ourselves in situations where the people of Florida are asking us to fix the housing crisis. They're asking us to take care of real life issues. And instead, we go up to Tallahassee to kill jobs instead of create new jobs, and potentially, with this decision, increase taxes on Orange and Osceola County residents.
Congressman Fine, we had you on. It's good to see you again. We had you on earlier this week. There has been some hand-wringing about what this will mean to taxpayers in Florida. I think you made the point that it's not going to increase taxes if Disney isn't covering some of the things it covers now. That was what some of our reporting showed here at CNBC. How do you do the calculus?
Sure, and thanks for having me. Look, it's a great day today where we've actually proven something that Ms. Eskamani claims that she wants, that money doesn't influence politics. And here, yet again, we get to see the charlatanism that we see from the left, where we've proven that we will do the right thing no matter the political consequences. Now, look, there's no effect on taxpayers here. Disney doesn't pay for any of this. Disney pays taxes to the Reedy Creek Improvement District, and those taxes are used to pay for certain services. Those taxes will continue to be collected by Orange and Osceola County moving forward. So, yes, they assume the responsibility.
What about the debt, Congressman? What about
they assume the debt? That's absolutely true. They assume the debt, but they also assume the revenue that is used to service that debt. You get the negatives and the positives. And frankly, local politicians have been telling us for decades they don't like being preempted by the state. Well, this is the largest preemption in the history of the state, literally allowing a company to secede from the state and govern itself. I would expect these politicians who love to talk about local control to be dancing in the streets at the idea that this huge property that they have been exempt from overseeing will now be theirs to do with. Again, it shows the charlatanism from the left that we see on really just about every issue.
If I may respond. So the tax that Reedy Creek collects from Walt Disney World is not going to be completely taken over by local counties. In fact, there are caps on the millage rate that the county could even charge through municipal services tax, assuming the residents of that area even want to be taxed via the local counties. When it comes to the debt, it must be absorbed by those local officials. And the Orange County tax collector and the Orange County mayor have already made comments that this dramatic shift is going to have an impact on taxpayers. And to that point, it's not like other businesses do not continue to get special perks from the Republican Party. In fact, Miami Dolphins just got a tax break this year. Mr. Fine has carried bills for other companies while receiving tens of thousands of dollars, unpolitical contributions. And so we got to call a spade a spade. This is political retribution. This is going after the freedom of speech of one company, and it's deeply inappropriate, especially when you don't even give time to hear from stakeholders. This special session was amended so quickly that there was not even public testimony in the committee room because folks could not get to Tallahassee in time. That's not good government.
I would just add this. It's not true. And again, Democrats lie. It's what they do. The counties will be able to create an MSTU to collect exactly the amount of the same revenue. Yes, you get the responsibilities and you get the debt. But what's unfortunate is seditionists like Ms. Eskamani shrieked and hollered and hooted like a bunch of thugs on the House floor yesterday, eliminating the ability for there actually to be debate. There were many members who did want to discuss this issue. And again, in the consistent charlatanism that we see from the left, if they kept their mouths shut and stopped screaming and yelling, they would have had over 2 hours to actually be able to debate.
You can look at other examples where when the shoe is on the other foot, you wouldn't see Republicans are, I don't want to pick on Republicans or Democrats, but you look at the situation in Georgia. I'm sure that conservative politicians in Georgia were unhappy when Major League Baseball moved or when Delta spoke out. I mean, what is your real gripe here? Should corporations not be entering into the culture wars? And that's different than actually having a legislature penalize the corporation for entering into the culture wars.
I would just say this. I think companies should provide products and services that customers want. I think all of these companies that engage in politics, whether they're on the left or the right, are breaking their fiduciary duties to their shareholders. And I think there should be consequences for that. I'm actually a shareholder of Disney, and it's a company that has been very important in the life of my family, and I'm brokenhearted by this. But when you come in and you attack the values and attempt to bring your California values and lie about legislation that an overwhelming majority of Floridians, including Biden voters, by a 23-point margin support,